The shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is not something to cheer about. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, what I do here, you support me, the link, everything is appreciated. And once again, comments are being removed without notice. Please realize that this is happening. If I remove your comment, I will tell you I did it. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk about this. I waited a while for this story because there was so much information being thrown around, and it's better to be right than be first. My aspect of now, I'm just going to address all the people who are cheering this on and saying this is a great thing. You are some twisted individuals. There is no excuse whatsoever to gun down a person in cold blood. I don't care what it is. There's no justification for it, and I'm sorry, that's some sick nonsense to sit there cheering this on because you may have had a problem with the healthcare system or some insurance company. Who hasn't? But I'm not going to go kill somebody over it. But what we know, and mostly my focus, of course, let me just back up. My focus is the firearm because there's been a lot been thrown around about how this happened and why it happened. What's interesting is that this person was bold enough to be on a midtown Manhattan street and just gun this man down. Now, if you've ever been to New York City, city never sleeps. There are people everywhere. But this guy took the chance on shooting this guy point blank, right out in the open. And I'm stunned. If you look at the video where he actually takes a shot, you can see there's a vehicle with its lights, and then all of a sudden the brake light comes on. So it means that somebody's sitting in that car. So they saw it. It's pretty amazing, but they did track this person down, and the way they found him was bizarre. They found him sitting at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania because a McDonald's employee recognized the person because they had plenty of images out because of surveillance cameras. But this guy just decided, I'm going to go to this local McDonald's in Pennsylvania, sit down and have food. Employee recognized him and called the police. When the police picked him up, they found him with the firearm, a 260-word, 3-page manifesto. The silencer, they found him with everything. It was just cut and dry. Yeah, you're the guy we're looking for. Which is, this guy, he couldn't be a pro. That's as amateur as it gets, which really brings you back to question. But they have identified this man as Luigi Mangione, a person who comes from a very wealthy background, which once again is very, very interesting. But what also raises an eyebrow is that the shell casings found had the words deny, defend, and depose. Now they're still trying to make this connection because they're looking into this man's medical history to see if that was his motivation for going out and shooting this man, which in my opinion is not a motivation whatsoever and it's not justified. But coming back to the firearm, everybody said yes, you can clearly see from the image that this firearm has a silencer on it. New York does not allow NFA items, at least not to the public. So there was speculation that this gun was a B&T Station 6. Then speculation happened that this gun could have been bought in Connecticut.
We continue to stay on developing news in New York City with possible Connecticut ties. The manhunt for the shooter who killed the CEO of United Healthcare is now in its third day, and we're learning that the gun used may have been purchased right here in Connecticut.
A law enforcement source says police believe the gun used in the shooting was a B&T Station 6 pistol. They are now scouring gun dealers in Connecticut to find out where it was bought.
Now that worried me because the minions here in Connecticut have no problem exploiting tragedies elsewhere to pass gun control here. But as time went on, there's a possibility that this was a veterinarian's gun, the one they would use on ranches.
The breaking news, we've got new details about the gun used by the suspected shooter. Police revealing just moments ago that they are looking into the possibility, as you look here, that the assassin used right there, let's pause it, that gun in his hand as a veterinarian gun. That's a larger firearm. It's used on farms and ranches. Okay, obviously, this is, at this point, moving very quickly here on this Friday night. Ed, can I just start with you, this gun, and we were freeze framing it there. We've heard about it, that there were a couple of jams, right, that might have had to do with the silencer so far. But now this new reporting, a larger sort of rifle used to put down animals on farms. What would that actually reveal about this killer, that he would have had such a gun?
Hi, Aaron. There certainly have been a number of theories as to why that gun had to be cocked so many times. And frankly, this is a valid explanation for it. If this is a specialized weapon that's used on a farm, it wouldn't need to be automatically able to fire after each round. It would be something that you could do a single shot with. And it appears as though that's what's happening here. Now, that would lead one to believe that there may be some nexus to rural areas of the country, and this is either someone who's been aggrieved by the insurance company or maybe even an activist that is making a statement about business.
Now they're telling us this gun was a ghost gun that apparently he had made. This is alleged. They had made along with the silencer.
I want to show you the gun that Mangione had on him when he was arrested today. Okay, so this is what was found in his backpack. So let's just hold it up here. We'll tell you what you know about it. We know that police say that gun was made on a 3D printer, that it also had a suppressor with it in the backpack with a type of silencer. He did, in addition, have a loaded Glock magazine, 6.9mm full metal jacketed rounds. The suspect today was arrested with this made on a 3D printer.
Well, this very gun, Aaron, has law enforcement concerned across the country. The rise in so-called ghost guns. These are often untraceable, essentially self-assembled guns. In this case, as you mentioned, it appears that he might have printed this himself on a 3D printer. A lot of these gun parts you can buy online and essentially assemble them yourself. And of course, the big concern, they don't come with serial numbers. That makes it difficult for law enforcement to trace, and they don't require background checks. Now, the Biden administration has recently tried to increase penalties and stop the distribution of some of these types of guns. Of course, someone intent on causing a homicide is probably not going to be, worried about serial number violations. But the key question now is tying that gun to that crime scene.
So we're still not 100% sure. But when this thing happened, I began to speculate in my mind that they were going to use this. The minions and the powers that be, especially here in Connecticut, were going to use this incident to once again push for gun control. Because just imagine if this item had been bought in Connecticut. No doubt there'd be a slew of these Democrat lawmakers rushing to tell us we need to just basically end the NFA completely in the state. And they damn sure would do it too. Like I said, Connecticut has no problem explaining tragedy elsewhere to pass gun control here. Didn't happen here, but they have no problem passing laws that affect the people who live here. That had nothing to do with it, because that's pretty much all they do. So once again, we're still waiting to see how this is going to play out, what this guy's motivation was. And as I pointed out before, to those who are taking pleasure in this man being killed this way, shame on you. One thing has nothing to do with the other. Okay? It's almost like saying that the inventor of the Pinto should be shot and killed because the vehicle was blowing up. If those of you know the whole Pinto story, because the Pintos kept blowing up, he should be killed. It starts a dangerous vigilante road that just is not going to do well for society. But we will see the end result, because if it is a ghost gun, don't be surprised if you all of a sudden hear cries at the national level for ghost gun bans. If the gun was purchased here in Connecticut residents, don't be surprised if the lawmakers here demand that the NFA be overturned. You might even hear it at the federal level, because our two senators here, our two do-nothing senators here, will be at the forefront telling everybody how this one incident of this person is the reason why we should end all NFA items to the public. Don't be shocked, because they're big on that crap. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.